Fulham have now established themselves into a Premier League team after a couple of years seen as a JoJo club, but let's take them into the top of the Premier League and European football and rebuild Fulham. This is how the Fulham team is looking, and I got to say they have a lot of interesting players. They have high rated players such as Robinson, Leno is over 80, Iwobi is 80, Berge and Lukic are pretty decent in the middle. Tete has an alright rating, but most of the players, as we can see, are at around age of 26 to 28, 29. Bassi here has decent potential, and I do believe he can be a key part of this team. He is just 24, so hopefully he can develop well. Smith Rowe as well, just 23 years old, but apart from that, we have a squad who are at a pretty high average age, especially with the bench included, such as Willian, Tom Kearney here. And yeah, so it's not the most talented team in terms of potential, but they have a lot of good players. And we have Reece Nelson here as our only loan player. However, I will not make him a permanent signing as I want to bring in another right midfielder. And I am also going to change the formation. I have changed it from the 4-2-3-1 with right and left midfielder to a 4-2-3-1 with 3 attacking midfielders. And unfortunately, Iwobi will not develop into one, so I have to sell one of our highest rated players, even though I am a big fan of Alex Iwobi. We have sold a couple of players here. Raúl Jiménez has gone to West Ham for 7.5 million. Tom Kearney has moved to Bournemouth for 2.7. Adama Traore has moved to London rivals Crystal Palace for 9 million euros, and Alex Iwobi has gone to Manchester United for 28.9 million. Our first signing as the Fulham boss in this rebuild, it is a returnee who is joining the club back. He went to Liverpool at a very early age, but is now back at Fulham. It is of course Harvey Elliott, who has joined us for 35.3 million. We brought in another attacking midfielder to the Fulham squad because I feel like he suits our team very well, and we also needed some improvement in there because I don't trust Andreas Pereira and Harry Wilson to be good enough in the starting 11. And you can probably see who it is. It is of course Sporting attacking midfielder Francisco Trincao. Has previously been at Wolves and Barcelona. He's joined us for 41.9 million. And that's all the business we are doing in the first transfer window. I wanted to bring in a new striker as well, but we simply didn't have enough money to bring in a big enough of an upgrade. So the starting 11 going into season number 1 is Leno, Tete, Anderson, Bassey, Robinson, Lukic, Berge, Trincao, Harvey Elliott, Smith Rowe and Muniz up front. And the two new signings are of course Trincao. He is 24 years old and 81 rated, with Harvey Elliott being just 21 years old and 78 rated. So I have high belief in the two new signings that they can grow very well this season and hopefully manage, I don't know what expectations we should have this season, maybe top half of the table? Yeah, let's say top half. Let's go Fulham. Let's see if we can actually finish top half of it, or if that is too big of a task. The first season at Fulham has ended as expected. We finished 10th place, so we got top half finish, which is all we hoped for. And we weren't too far away from the European spots either, but all in all a pretty solid first season in the Premier League. And the Premier League winners were Liverpool with 86 points. But I'm happy with 51 points, beating the teams like Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest as well. So yeah, very content with that. The FA Cup was won by Arsenal, beating Man United 1-0. The Carabao Cup, we actually came to the final of the Carabao Cup, losing 4-3 to Liverpool. So we were so close to the first piece of silver in the first season here at Fulham, and the Champions League was won by Real Madrid. We've seen some alright growth and we have some decent rated players as well. Trincao and Robinson both are 83, Bernd Leno is 82, Bassey, Berge, Smith Rowe 80, Elliott has gone up to 81, which is good to see. So all in all the team has grown a fair bit. However, we still need to look to find some more younger players, as Leno is 33, Anderson, Tete 29, Lukic 28, and Muniz, he has gone up 3 ratings to be fair, so if he has had a decent season, we may stick with Muniz up top. And Rodrigo Muniz has been our top scorer, so it may be that we are going to stick with him as the striker for the next season as well. Depends on the budget we are getting. Andreas Pereira, 11 goals, 7 assists, so he has had a brilliant campaign. Lukic, 9 goals, 3 assists. He's also had a very good campaign in terms of getting goal contributions. Harry Wilson, 9 goals, 5 assists. Francisco Trincao, 6 goals, 6 assists. Vinicius, 6 goals. Smith Rowe, 4 goals, 2 assists. And Harvey Elliott, 3 goals, 4 assists. And yeah, Robinson getting 3 assists, which is to his standards is not a lot, as he got like 11 Premier League assists this season in real life. And we have 76 million euros in the bank, so we will have a very busy and quality summer here at Fulham, as we will look to sell some of the key players in the team, as well as we now can make some big improvements on them. But Willian is going to retire at the end of the season, so we will lose our Brazilian winger. Joachim Anderson has left the club and he has gone to Chelsea, but we can also see we've sold Timothy Castagne to Nottingham Forest for 8 million and also Joachim Anderson to Chelsea for 16.7 million. So let's bring in a new centre back and a new right back this summer. We also made another sale before starting our incomings, and it is Issa Diop, who has gone to Serie A and joined Bologna for 10.2 million. Our new right back, it is a huge talent from the Manchester City team. You can probably see it by the hairstyle. It is of course Rico Lewis, and he has joined us for a fee worth 26.5 million. Our second and final signing is a new centre back, and it is a big improvement on the squad. It is Wilfred Singo, who plays for Monaco, and he has joined us for 50 million euros. So this is how the Fulham team is looking going into the second season in the Fulham rebuild, and it's looking like a very solid team. Hopefully we can now crack into the top 8 and at least not go below the 10th position we finished in season number 1. But just look at this centre back pair: Bassi, 82 pace, 81 defending, 87 physical. New signing Singo, who is 24 years old and 82 rated, 82 pace, 80 defending and 84 physical. Two extremely solid fast centre backs. We now have new signing Rico Lewis as the right back as well, just 20 years old and 79 rated, which is a very good. So hopefully he can have a good season and grow very nicely. Apart from that, we are keeping the same team. Next season we are going to look to replace Lukic in the team, and maybe even Bernd Leno and potentially Muniz as well if needed. And we of course have the money, but I'm happy with how the squad is looking. Hopefully we can get into the top 8, but let's at least not fall below 10th position. Come on, Fulham. We have once again just hit our target in the Premier League. We finished inside the top 8 by actually a big margin, as Brighton, who finished 9th, got 50 points. We got 60 points. We were 1 point below Spurs, who finished 7th, so that may cost us the European football. I am unsure about how it works in the game, really. Depends on who won the cups, etc. But yeah, as long as we finish inside top 8, I would be happy. And I am so, because it means that we are getting or becoming better and better for each season. Arsenal won the Premier League. The FA Cup was also won by Arsenal, beating Sunderland in the final. The Carabao Cup was won by Arsenal as well, so they have won the treble, beating Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. And the Champions League was also won by Arsenal, so they won the quadruple. So a crazy season by fellow London team Arsenal, which, yeah, safe to say, they probably, no wonder we didn't win anything when they won everything. So yeah, but this is the team. We are now finally starting to see some very solid growth. Elliott up to 84, Trincao up to 85, Singo, our new centre back, is also up to 85, Leno up to 84, same for Robinson. Rico Lewis has gone up a couple of ratings, which is good to see. Bassi as well, starting to become a solid centre back in terms of rating, not just the stats. Smith Rowe 81, and Rodrigo Muniz is also up to 81. So it will be difficult to, yeah, I am a bit unsure about which positions I want to make an improvement on in the next transfer window, but let's just find out by the budget as well. Trincao was our top goal scorer, and he also got the most assists for the team. He scored 14 goals, got 9 assists. Muniz, pretty disappointing now. I expected more from him. 13 goals and 1 assist in 39 games. Harry Wilson, 7 goals and 2 assists in just 22 games is a very solid. Sander Berge, 5 goals, 6 assists from the DM position. Smith Rowe just getting 5 goals, 1 assist, not ideal. Pereira, 10 goal contributions, solid. Harvey Elliott, 10 goal contributions, but as he is now 84, I expect more from him. Lukic, 3 goals, 5 assists. Singo getting 3 goal contributions from centre back. And we got a lot of money once again, 82 2 million euros. So we will have another very solid summer. And let's see if we got European football. We did not, as there are no objectives. So it's another season where we just have to focus on the Premier League, and the board actually want us to get Champions League and also win the FA Cup. So they are expecting a hell of a lot of things. But yeah, our goal is simply just to get qualified for some sort of European football. If that is the Champions League, absolutely fantastic. If it's the Conference League, I will be more than happy with that. Harrison Reed has left the club and he has joined Hull City, who I do believe are in the Championship for 4.1 million. And Vinicius as well has also left the club and he has joined fellow Championship side, I do believe, unless they have got themselves promoted, Sunderland, for 3.7 million. Our new central defensive midfielder is a big talent from Belgium. He's played a lot of centre back in real life as well for Sporting. I guess you can predict who it is. It is of course Zeno de Bast, who has joined us for 45 million euros. And that is actually all of the business we will do in the third transfer window I do believe we are in now. I said I was going to, I don't know why Pereira is in the starting 11. I said I wanted to have a busy and big transfer window. However, I didn't have enough money for the targets I wanted in the team. So the only signing is De Bast, who is 22 years old. A very solid defensive midfielder, can also play center back. And he has the rating of 82. So a solid improvement on Lukic, both in terms of 2 ratings and also 8 years younger. Hopefully Muniz can grow. Smith Rowe, I need him to grow some ratings as well. Berge here is 28 years old, so he is getting on the older side. Same for Robinson. But Robinson has a very solid rating, so hopefully he can go for at least 3, 4, maybe even 5 more years. Leno will probably play his last season here at Fulham. But let's see if we finally can get some European football in season number 3 here at Fulham in the rebuild. And Fulham are back in European football after finishing in 5th place. We got the same amount of points as Chelsea, so we're just a single goal away, it seems like, from getting Champions League football. However, we have to settle for European football, Europa League football instead, I do believe, as the game doesn't have the 5th place getting Champions League football in it. I think so. I am a bit unsure, honestly, about the coefficient points in the game. However, we finished 5th. Man City won the league by just 4 points ahead of Arsenal. The FA Cup was won by Tottenham, beating Arsenal in a North London derby final. The Carabao Cup was won by Fulham, winning our first silverware as well, beating Arsenal 3-2 in the final. We love to see that. It's amazing to finally get involved in the trophy sanking things. The Champions League was won by Real Madrid. And looking at the ratings of our starting 11, it is no surprise really that we are now a top Premier League team. We have 86 single, Robinson 85, De Bast 84, Elliott 87, Trincao 87, and also Muniz has gone up to 84. So right now I'm pretty happy that I kept Muniz, but hopefully he has started to score more goals than he has done in the previous seasons, because that has not been ideal from our striker. Muniz has finished the season as our top scorer, getting 21 goals and 7 assists in 50 games, so a pretty alright season from him. However, I still hope he can have better numbers in the next few seasons. Harvey Elliott finally starting to deliver a lot of goal contributions, 17 goals, 10 assists, Trincao 15 goals, 14 assists, and Smith Rowe getting 10 goals, 2 assists. Sander Berge here, 8 goals and 6 assists from DM, which is very solid. Harry Wilson also 6 goals, 2 assists in just 13 games. Absolutely amazing. Lukic 6 goals, 4 assists, so he still plays a lot. Rico Lewis hasn't played too much, but 3 goals and 3 assists in 41 games. Where is our new CDM in De Bast? He's played 39 games and got 2 assists. And as Bernd Leno has gone up to the age of 35, he has started to drop down in ratings. He was 85 at one point, now he is down at 83. So we are going to look for a new goalkeeper, and I'll also maybe I'll look to find a new attacking midfielder as well. Andreas Pereira has left the club and he has joined Bournemouth for 21.5 million. And Bernd Leno has also left the club and he has joined Brighton for 13.7 million. Harry Wilson has also departed the club this summer as he has joined Brentford for 13.8 million euros. Our new goalkeeper is one of the most talented young goalkeepers in the world. He was an absolute monster for Burnley in real life this season. It is of course James Trafford, who has joined us from Brentford for 45 million euros. And we signed an absolute beast central attacking midfielder. He is 87 rated and he joined us from Shakhtar Donetsk. It is Surakov, who's joined us for 82.8 million. And how good does our team look now? Our weakest players are Rico Lewis and new signing James Trafford, as well with Calvin Bassey. But Rico Lewis is still just 22 years old and James Trafford is 24, so they will definitely grow some more ratings. I do hopefully Calvin Bassey can get some more ratings going as well, but the team is looking very good. New signing Surakov, 87 rated, which means now all of our 3 attacking midfielders are 87 rated, and Surakov is just 24 years old as well. And we also signed James Trafford, of course, 24 years old and 83 rated. So 2 very exciting and big signings. Hopefully we can continue to get European football and maybe we can even fight for the league title. But let's just quickly see which European competition we are in. We are in the Europa League. So hopefully we can maybe fight for the Europa League trophy as well. But the main goal is to qualify for Champions League football next season. Season number 4 has seen Fulham win the Premier League. We are the Premier League champions and it's only taken us 4 seasons, beating Arsenal in the title race by 1 single point. So we have won our first league title and our second piece of silverware. Arsenal, however, won the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. We lost in the final against Manchester City, so we were almost having a double here. The Champions League was won by Bayer Leverkusen and we were of course in the Europa League, I do believe. Yeah, we were. We went barely through to the playoff rounds where we played against Genk, who we won on penalties in the round of 16. We won against Porto in the quarterfinals. We won against Sturm Graz and we lost in the semifinals 7-5 on aggregate against Valencia. And we have also got our first 90 plus rated player, and it is Harvey Elliott, who has reached the rating of 90. Singo up to 87. Trafford has gone up to 85. The Bust also 85. Surakov 89. Trincao 88. And Rodrigo Muniz and Robinson are both 86. And what a season by our new signing Surakov, who has scored 46 goals in 65 games. And that is just mental from the attacking midfield role. 46 goals is just insane. Rodrigo Muniz got 27 goals and 4 assists. Harvey Elliott 13 goals, 19 assists, Singo 7 goals from centre back. Trincao having a disappointing season by just getting 9 goal contributions. Lukic is continuing to get a decent amount of goal contributions from the DM position. Berge 6 goal contributions, the Bust 2 and 6 from Rico Lewis. And where is Robinson? Robinson 1 goal and 7 assists. We will stick with the exact same team as we had in the previous season. I am giving Sander Berge one last chance in the team. Hopefully Rico Lewis can start to grow. Hopefully Bassey can get a couple of more ratings higher as well. But apart from that, I do feel like it's a very, very strong team. Muniz is 86, but still has room to grow. Our attacking midfielders are all insane. The Bust, he will stay for sure. Berge is 30, but I feel like, as I am a Norwegian person myself, I would like to see him succeed here at Fulham by winning the Champions League, but it's not looking too promising as of now. But Robinson is of course a key player to Fulham in real life and one of the best Premier League left backs in the game. Bassey, maybe I could have upgraded on him, but I'm giving him the chances because I'm a big fan of him as well. Singo is just insane. Rico Lewis, I hope to see him grow. And James Trafford is more than good enough and also will grow a couple of more ratings. So let's see where we end in season number 5. Can we win back-to-back Premier League titles? And can we potentially even reach the Champions League final in our first season in the biggest European competition. And we have not managed to win back-to-back Premier League titles. We fell 2 points short, with Arsenal and Liverpool both getting 78 points. However, Arsenal won the league title, so no back-to-back titles for Fulham despite scoring the most goals in the league. Did we win any other trophies? The Community Shield, we won that, beating Arsenal 2-1. So at least we won something this season. The FA Cup was won by Newcastle beating Man City 2-1. And the League Cup was won by Liverpool beating Brentford. And how far did we come in the Champions League? PSG won the Champions League. We went pretty easily, unbeaten actually in the league phase. And in the round of 16 we were up against Real Madrid. We actually won 2-1 against Real Madrid. In the quarterfinals we unfortunately lost 4-1 to PSG, but we have shown that we can beat the best of the best in the cup, and unfortunately a 4-1 loss to PSG, who then met RB Leipzig. So if we won against PSG, I'm sure we could have reached the final in the first season back in the Champions League. But however, a lot of positive things to take with it. We can see some decent growth. Elliott 91, Sudakov 91, Singo up to 89. But we are going to look for a new centre back and a new defensive midfielder in the summer. And Sudakov once again is our top scorer, scoring 32 goals and 5 assists in 55 games. Muniz 21 goals and 1 assist in 55. I want to see more from him. Trincao 17 goal contributions in 51 games. Harvey Elliott 21 goal contributions in 55 games. Lukic 17 goal contributions at 32 years old, so he's still going up in ratings, as played 52 games. So him, Berge and the Bust are all sharing game time, with the Bust actually getting the least amount of game time out of the 3. But Smith Rowe 9 goal contributions, Rico Lewis 5, so not ideal. I would have liked to see him grow more than he has so far in the Fulham rebuild. And just forget what I said about bringing in a new centre back for Basse and a new DM for Berge. I will just keep them because they are not going down in ratings anymore. Hopefully they can still go up, especially Basse, and Berge can maybe go up 1 rating as well. But I feel like if I keep on making signings as soon as the original players are on the weaker side of the team, it will be a bit boring in every rebuild. In no other rebuild I will probably sign Berge. Basse is a player that can be signed, but it's nice to keep like some original players if it is possible. So I'll just give the same team a new chance at potentially winning the Champions League. Let's see if we can do so, but hopefully we can at least win one of the Premier League or the Champions League. Let's see where we end. Unfortunately, we have failed to win the Premier League again. We finished in top 3 for like the 3rd or 4th consecutive time, so we are now a top Premier League side, which is good to see. However, we did not win it, as Man City won it by beating us with 9 points, and Liverpool was also above us once again. I do believe it's the same pair as last season. The FA Cup was won by Liverpool beating Burnley. Chelsea won the Carabao Cup, and the Champions League was won by Juventus. How far did we get this time? We got through to the playoff rounds, where we knocked out Club Brugge. In the round of 16 we knocked out Barcelona, and in the quarterfinals we got knocked out by AC Milan. So twice we have beaten extremely good opponents in the round of 16 and then went out in the quarterfinals to a team who went to the final. So hopefully we can finally get the whole way next season, as we've shown now back-to-back seasons that we are more than good enough, and the team says so as well. Singo up to 90, Trafford 88, Berge is up to 87, Robinson 89. Basse and Rico Lewis are both at 85, so they are good enough. I will stick with the exact same team once again. The Bust up to 87, Elliott 92, Trincao 90, Sudakov 92, and Muniz 89. And this time Muniz was our top goal scorer, scoring 25 goals and 5 assists in 56 games. Sudakov scored 21 goals and 11 assists, which is still pretty solid. Harvey Elliott 14 goals, 7 assists. Francisco Trincao 12 goals, 5 assists. Smith Rowe getting 8 goals, 6 assists. Berge getting 12 goal contributions. Lukic 6, who has started to drop down in his rating now at 83. Single 3 goal contributions. And apart from that, Robinson 4 and the Bust 5. What about Rico Lewis? He got just 3 assists. So once again, we will just stick with the same team, as there are no point of upgrading the players we have. Yes, Basse is 85, same with Rico Lewis, but there aren't many available options that would be an upgrade on them, so I feel like why not just keep them, especially Basse, as he is a original Fulham player. Same with Sander Berge and Anthony Robertson, so it would be nice to finish this rebuild with Robinson, Basse, Berge and Rodrigo Muniz as original Fulham players in the starting 11. Hopefully we can finally reach the Champions League final, as we've been pretty close, as we lost in the quarterfinals twice in a row now. So hopefully this season is the one. And we are finally in the Champions League final, and we will take on AC Milan in the final. And our journey to the final, we finished 12th place in the league phase, which means we have to play the playoff, where we knocked out Real Madrid 3-2. That is very nice to finally beat them. In the round of 16 we were up against Juventus, winning 5-4 against them, and then we took revenge on Barcelona as well after they knocked us out in the quarterfinals last year. This time we knocked them out on penalties in the semi-final. We won 4-2 versus Borussia Dortmund, and will of course take on AC Milan in the big final, the Premier League. We won that as well, so we have the potential to win a cheeky double. Did we win the FA Cup as well? We did not. Arsenal won 3-0 against Leeds United. The Carabao Cup was won by Man City. So we of course have the chance to win the Premier League and Champions League double. And Rodrigo Muniz was our top goal scorer once again by scoring 38 goals and getting 9 assists. By far his best campaign for Fulham so far. Surakau got 27 goals and 16 assists. Francisco Trincao 21 goals, 18 assists from him. Harvey Elliott disappointing with just 10 goals and 7 assists. Sander Berge still at the 87 rated, 7 goals and 5 assists from CDM position. Calvin Bassey 6 goals from centre back. Rico Lewis 5 goals 4 assists. Singo also 7 goal contributions from centre back, and the Bust also getting his career best so far, 11 goal contributions. So let's see how our starting 11 is looking. And this is how the current Fulham team is looking, and it's a very good and exciting squad with a mix with original Fulham players, some players who has played there in the past such as Harvey Elliott, and also some young exciting talents such as Rico Lewis for example. But we have James Trafford in net, 28 years old, 90 rated. Rico Lewis as the right back, 26-year-old, 86 rated. Singo and Bassey as the center backs. Singo are 30 years old and 91 rated. Bassey 31 years old, 85 rated. Anthony Robertson is now at the age of 33 but still 88 rated, so we love to see that. The Bast 27 years old, 89 rated. Sander Berge 33 years old, 87 rated. Trincao 31 years old, 91 rated. Elliott 93 rated at the age of 28. Surakov also 93 rated and also at the age of 28. And then we have Rodrigo Muniz up top, 30 years old, 92 shooting, 88 physical, 85 dribbling, 87 pace. He is a complete striker. But now let's beat AC Milan in the final. I will not play the game myself simply because I don't have the time for it, as I want to get the video up ASAP and don't have like 15 minutes to play the game. But if you want me to play the games in the future, please let me know. If you liked to see them simulated instead, please let me know if you prefer that also. And let's see if we can beat AC Milan in the final. We have a very strong squad, so I have the belief that we can do it. And did we do it? Yes, we did. We won 1-0 thanks to a goal from our striker Rodrigo Muniz in the 40th minute. And here we have the trophy parade as well to celebrate our double, as we won the Premier League and the Champions League, the two biggest trophies we possibly can win, and it's been a very successful rebuild here at Fulham. And that is it for the video as well. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will talk to you guys next time.